Hey guys, it's Brenda Turner from LeanSecrets.com, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to heal and seal your leaky gut. Cue the serious music. Heal and seal my gut? What are you talking about, Brenda? Well, I'm talking about intestinal permeability. When you have intestinal permeability, you have little tiny microscopic holes in your gut lining, and these holes can wreak havoc on your entire body, on your immune system, on your skin, on your brain function. It's just messy. These spaces allow food to get into the bloodstream where it does not belong. Your body runs amok and says, oh my God, what is this? Get it out of here. And it starts just firing it like everything that comes into your bloodstream. It kind of gets confused and there's some friendly fire, and that can cause autoimmunity. Autoimmunity is when your body is attacking its own tissues. That's like arthritis, alopecia areata, MS. There's like hundreds of autoimmune conditions out there. All the research that I've done over the past 8 months to heal my own autoimmunity of alopecia areata led me to leaky gut, intestinal permeability. And sure enough, I took all the steps that I'm going to show you in this video, along with some other things like acupuncture and a bunch of lifestyle changes, but all of these dietary changes, and my hair, my alopecia areata has healed. Also, if you want to absorb all the food that you're eating, very important to take care of your gut lining. We'll start with supplements first. I think these are the easiest things to start doing right away. The first one is HCl, hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid sounds kind of scary, right? It's like, what in the world? Hydrochloric acid, but your stomach actually has HCl in it already. It just helps your food to break down and digest. But if you're stressed out, if you're getting up there in age, like getting long in the tooth, your HCl kind of gets depleted and you kind of need a little bit of help. And also enzymes. I highly recommend digestive enzymes, and I have a cool little science experiment to share with you. These are 3 stomachs or 3 bowls of water. In all 3 bowls, I put a dollop of lard. Bowl number 1, I put just the water. In bowl number 2, I added the HCl tablet. And in bowl number 3, I put HCl plus the enzymes. Bowl number 1 is just kind of chilling and clear, and this lard is not doing anything. It's just sitting there. Bowl number 2, you can see some fat collected on the top of the bowl. The HCl kind of helped it out a little bit, but not that much. And then bowl number 3, I'm gonna do a close-up here, but there's fat collected all at the bottom that's been dissolved. There's fat on the top that's been dissolved. Obviously, the environment of the room is not harsh enough to fully digest the fat dollops, but it's a very good demonstration of how powerful these enzymes can be. But if you don't want to buy enzymes, you could buy papaya. It's a very strong source of dietary enzymes. A big reason that we want to really help break down the food that we're eating is so that it's not sitting in our gut, feeding the bad bacteria. In your gut, you've got some really awesome bacteria, so it's like a nightclub. You've got like the Beyoncés, and you've got like the Drakes, and you've got, I don't know, whoever else, my dog, Zeus. You got Zeus, Beyonce, and Drakes in this nightclub. And then you've also got like the Homer Simpsons and opportunist bacteria. These are like the annoying, gross, yucky bacteria. And if your food sits in your gut for too long, not being digested, the Homer Simpsons get to feast on this as well as the Beyoncés, but it just kind of causes a dysbiosis. The next supplement is glutamine, and glutamine is the most abundant amino acid in the human body. It's also recommended for intestinal permeability by Dr. Amy Myers. And Dr. Amy Myers is an autoimmunity specialist. She also has a great book. And there's also tons of studies on glutamine and intestinal permeability on PubMed. I take it in my smoothie, but you can also just take it straight on an empty stomach. The next supplement is Great Lakes Gelatin. This is a protein powder. So this is a very rich in glycine protein powder. Anything that has collagen in it is going to be wonderful for healing and sealing the gut. This is also going to be wonderful for hair, skin, nails. The next supplement I want to talk to you about is probiotics. You've got a whole planet of bacteria that live in your gut, and they're your army. They fight for you. There's a whole lot of things that go wrong when you get rid of your army, when you take an antibiotic, when you disrupt your gut with stress. You know how those pictures in China look, where people are wearing like the mask and they're miserable from all the pollution? Every time that you have a stressful week or you're stressing about stuff, you're kind of creating like a polluted environment, and you're creating some really sad little bacteria in there. In order to give a helping hand to the environment inside your gut, Consider taking a probiotic. Very strong probiotic. This is VSL number 3. 450 billion bacteria per packet. It comes in a cooler thing. It helps my brain function better. I haven't had a pimple in like forever. Also, Prescript Assist is my other favorite probiotic, and I actually think I might even like Prescript Assist a little bit better. What I like to do is mix the two. So one week I'll use Prescript Assist, the next week I'll use VSL number 3, just to keep my army nice and strong, give them lots of different types of soldiers. Now let's talk about food that you can eat that heals and seals your gut. When I first got alopecia areata 8 months ago, I was doing lots of research, reading lots of books, and one of those books that I came across was Gut and Psychology Syndrome by Dr. Natasha Campbell McBride. But one of her prescriptions is to use bone broth to heal and seal your gut. Bone broth is also recommended by numerous doctors and numerous books that I've read and numerous studies. Bone broth is very rich in glycine, and glycine is a very healing amino acid. Another food item is different ferments. You can make your own sauerkraut. It's very easy. We don't have time for that in this video, but you can also buy it at the store. So sauerkraut that is in the fridge section, that's not on the shelf, it shouldn't be shelf stable. It should be raw and unpasteurized, so it will need to be refrigerated. And this one is called Raw Organic Kraut by Wildbrine. It should say also that it contains probiotics, which this one does. And also we got Kavita Sparkling Probiotic Drink, Farmhouse Culture Gut Shot. This tastes like pickle juice. And also some kombucha, which I actually drank this afternoon for lunch, but there's still some in there. These are all really good. Anything that's got like probiotics in the food already are going to be great for your gut health. The next category of food that you need to eat to heal and seal a leaky gut is nutrient-dense leafy greens, fruits and vegetables, anything that's got lots of color to it or is very leafy and green. Dr. Terry Wahls actually healed herself of MS by consuming 9 cups of vegetables per day. I've gotten up to like 6 cups, and I was already eating a lot of vegetables, but taking in tons of nutrients, really, really important. That's gonna give your body and your cells the nutrients that they need to really function. Another thing regarding food is the proteins that we're eating. A lot of people have the habit of just eating the muscle of the animal, so just the chicken breast, for instance, and not eating the entire, like the leg or the thigh or even the livers. Eating from all parts of the animal can provide a huge array of nutrients and amino acids and some healing collagen. I know that some people are going to argue that livers are a toxic organ because they filter toxins from the body. While livers do filter the blood from your body, and it does filter toxins, it doesn't store these toxins. It's not a storing organ. I can't end this video without talking about what you should avoid. You should absolutely avoid gluten. Now wait, before I finish that sentence, if you feel great and you eat gluten, this doesn't apply to you, okay? Okay, boo? Gluten is a huge irritant to the gut of all human beings. Nobody can digest gluten. It is not good for anybody. Some people might just be very resilient, but 100% of all humans don't need gluten. Gluten means glue. It's just putting glue on your villi and kind of damaging these villi, shortening these villi. Cutting out gluten, huge first step. Also, avoiding too much sugar, like processed sugar. If you're eating candy, if you're eating sweet stuff, if you cut out gluten, you're gonna not be eating a lot of that stuff anyway. Stress is huge. Do not stress about things that don't matter. And really, what I've learned over the past 8 months is do not stress, period. Stress management is so important. And I'll probably do a video on that, on like how to really relax, how to fully relax, how to train your brain to relax. I attribute like 80% of my autoimmune issues with stress. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. See you guys later. Bye. Add me on Snapchat. We might do a Snapchat Q&A. Add me on Snapchat. My Snapchat is Brenda L. Turner. And thanks so much for all the awesome comments on my last video. You guys made me cry and just made me feel so happy.